Hey there, Big Brother fans. It is Saturday, August 14th, and it's going to be a bit of a murky, mucky, confusing CarCast today. We're waiting for the house guests to actually play the power veto. They did do these selections yesterday. They played the high roller thing, which took like 6 hours. But I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to admit to my somewhat laziness in this, but I did not try to wrap my brains around what the hell is going on with this high rollers thing. It's confusing. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot in the mix, and we are trying to interpret what the house guests are saying and describing and understand it, and we just don't quite understand it all. There's kind of bits and pieces that we get, and we think we know what's going on, but I don't understand it all. There's like, Julie said there was 3 different games, and it sounded like one game is you just get safety. One game is you can be a second power veto, and one game sounded like it sounds like it's a kind of a coup d'etat, but maybe not. Maybe you spin a wheel, and the people that go up are random. So I know some of you listening to this know it better than I do, or at least think they have a better grasp on what's going on than I do. And I'm not going to deny that, because frankly, every time my short attention span just wouldn't let me sit there and write it. I would have to write it all out on paper and look at it all to kind of understand what the hell is going on. And until I see it on tomorrow night's show, if they even do a decent job of explaining it then, I'm still not going to understand it. I'm just not. I know that Kylan did nominate Claire and Derek Frazier, all right? In addition to that, then they found out how much money they each got, but they were told secretly, all right? So, this is another one of these more recent things that they've brought out where it was the app in 2021. I can't remember what they called it last year, but this is kind of a similar secret thing where they do things in secret and then you don't know, and are they going to tell each other, or are they going to keep it a secret, and does it matter, and blah, 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 and this. So they each found out what they got money-wise. They're not all being honest with each other on what they got. And then, at some point, either right then, or maybe during the power veto player selection or after, I don't know, some of them got to wager, or did wager, if they wanted to bet money on who would win the power veto. I think maybe they were told, here's the money you've earned, here's your options for games. The cheapest game is $50, or 50 big brother bucks. And if you play it, you pick who is going to win the power veto. And if they win the power veto, then you do too. You win a second power veto. That's what it sounds like, how it works, okay? Oh, does that make sense? But it sounds like that one would be played before the one that is won is played. So let's just use a scenario here which isn't even accurate. But let's pretend that Alyssa wagered that Derek Frazier would win the power veto. Now, I don't know if they could bet on people that hadn't even been drawn yet. That's the other thing. That's what's the weird... I just don't know. God, I hate this. Because you're almost better at betting that somebody else not listed will win it, because that's 3 people you don't even know about yet. That's why it's confusing. And I realize there is some kind soul out there listening to this right now that's going to try to explain it all to me. Save yourselves the typing. Just don't. Because I don't need the headache. I don't care. I really don't care. That's the honest truth, is I just don't care how this plays out, because it is so confusing, and it will all be explained on Sunday. So I'll just wait until then. Or else, after the power veto competition today, they'll start talking about the possibilities, and we'll get a whole nother slew of information. And I got things to do, people. Other years I would have been preparing for a podcast, but I don't. I'm not. I'm just trying to do other things to do with real life today, which includes going to get my hair cut, which is what I'm going to go do right now. So I don't know all the details. But the point is, let's say Alyssa wagered correctly that Derek Frazier would get the power veto. And Derek does. So Alyssa wins a power veto. Now, I guess then Alyssa would get to use hers. I don't know if it meant immediately or on Monday. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the person that goes up in her place is random or if Kylan gets to name it. I'm not sure about that. But if it's random, then it's crazy. And the way Tiffany seems kind of concerned about it, it almost seems like it would be somewhat random. That it would be a possibility that it's a random person that could go up, and there's no way to have control over that because honestly, the cookout really has a pretty solid grasp on the rest of the game here, and the randomness part could mess up their game. Could. I think they're going to be fine. They may not get all 6 to the final 6, but I really think they're going to be okay. For all of you worried, at least one member of the cookout is making the finals, and then there'll be 5 other people in the jury. Guess who's going to win? Okay? Think about that. The odds of not one cookout member making it to the finals is about slim. So those of you that are, cookout till the end, and I'm happy. I'm fine if the cookout wins. I'm just not. I have my own favorites, and I was kind of rooting for Claire and Derek. Among Derek, Claire, and Tiffany were kind of the 3 that I started rooting for early on. So, I would be happy if any of those 3 got to the end and won. Even though I think Tiffany's game's been a bit questionable, but I still would be fine. She would be a deserving winner. They all would be a deserving winner. Even Derek Frazier and even Azza. Even though I don't think they're playing very awesome games right now, they are playing. Okay, so yes, there's my new realization. I think a cookout member is winning. I just can't see how they would. I cannot see how at least one cookout member doesn't make it to the final 2. And that's the one that's going to win because there will be 5 votes. We're in the jury. There are 6 cookout members in the jury. You only need 5 votes to win. Yes. Cookout wins Big Brother. There you go. That's my thought. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So if Alyssa uses it, then she saves Claire. And then either, I don't know, does Kylan have to put someone up or is it a random draw? If Kylan has to put someone up, does he put up Brittany? Does Derek use it to save himself? I don't get it. And then who does Kylan put up on top of that? It's just so confusing. And those of you that think you know how it works, I'm glad you think you know how it works. We just don't know all the details yet. All right, so that's what's going on. Power Veto players were picked. Alyssa is playing. Alyssa is playing. Brittany is playing. And Azza is playing, I believe. No, yes. God, I don't even remember now. Good Lord. Hang on, I'll be right back. Yes, I was right. Azza, Brittany, and Alyssa are playing in the Power Veto. So much is going on. There's so many things, guys. It's a lot. And that's going to happen later. Oh, they also know that it's OTEV. They know Big Brother told them it's OTEV, and people are like, "It's early for OTEV." It's when Big Brother decides. It doesn't matter what you think. What you think is the norm is not necessarily the norm. It is what it is. OTEV is being played. They were actually told that. All right, so they're playing OTEV. Well, I'll just touch on the obvious. Derek Frazier is not winning OTEV. Okay, that's for sure. But they all know what it is. They're all strategizing. They're all quizzing each other. It's just, I don't know, it's a lot. And OTEV's going to take a long time. OTEV's going to take at least a couple hours, 2-3 hours, I would bet. And if they do the high roller thing after that immediately, or we're not sure how that works, it's just going to be a lot. The feeds are going to be down a lot tonight, I bet, once they eventually go down. They haven't gone down yet, which right now it is 2:30 Big Brother time. So, that's what's up. I'm thinking if there's anything else to tell you guys, and I'm really saying no, there isn't. I'm going to post this one and get on with my day, and then maybe later tonight when the results are in, I might do another CarCast and talk about it in a bit more detail. But I'm telling you folks, my head's hurting. My head is just, it's so hard to explain, and you type something that someone says, and then you realize, well, no, what they're saying isn't accurate. But the cookout is going to win Big Brother. That is my epiphany moment of the day. And I am now going to go off and tweet that as well. Because there's no way the cookout is not winning Big Brother. And with that, I will tell you guys to have a good day. All right? See ya. Take care. Bye-bye.